From Cincinnati. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Lawrence going to put it up right away. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at them as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. From midfield now, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! Parker Washington, 46 yards. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Yoshivas. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and long.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Bengals nothing.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Hey, run.
Here's Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along, and hope someone would come free.
Ready.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's caught. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Jags go up by 2 touchdowns. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score, Jaguars 14, Bengals nothing. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Burrow going for it on fourth. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now it's Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
It's second and 8 at the 34-yard.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on third down is Burrow. This one complete to Yoshibas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here's Burrow. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
Gun. Dad.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line.
1-1.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
11, Thomas.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And that is caught downfield by Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars! Brian Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Jaguars 21, Bengals nothing. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
Gun.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's Brown. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
11, Thomas.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
I'm 1, ready?
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Here we go, here we go. 11. Side.
Burrow looking to pass. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Hey.
Here's Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Thomas brings it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Lawrence. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Lawrence going to throw again. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jaguars up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0.
Jaguars 28, Bengals nothing. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Bengals nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Gun.
They'll fake the jet sweep and go play action with Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Not the first down play they wanted by any stretch of the imagination. An absolutely huge loss on the sack. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the